everyone, Roshni here with the help of Miss Molly. We're here today to give you some exercises to do with your Theraband and to strengthen your ankles and feet. So if you have already watched another cross-training thing that I've been doing is called progressive ballet technique, and we're going to be bringing that workshop to you this summer, and we will be using Therabands in that workshop as well. So if you don't have a Theraband and you're thinking about getting one, it will definitely come in handy, so I would suggest it's worthwhile to do it. All right? The first thing we're going to talk about though is stretching out and rolling out your feet before you do any kind of exercise for your feet, strengthening exercises, or even before class. I usually roll my feet out before I take class all the time just to like loosen up the muscles and the bottoms of my feet. My heels even are places that you don't necessarily think about, but they do get super tight. So I have two things with me today. I have this little lacrosse ball that works very, very well, and I also have this foot roller. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to bring it closer to the camera. All right, this is just a wooden foot roller that I got on Amazon for like $6. Both of these work really, really well. I kind of like my ball better, but do you have a preference?
I have a lacrosse ball. I also have some like little yogi balls.
Oh,
they come like two in a drawstring bag, so that's nice. I can like go between them and keep them in the bag or take them out and use them separately.
All right, so whatever your preference is, everyone has their own preference. So I'm going to use my lacrosse ball. I'm just going to put my foot on it. You can pick either foot to start. And really there's no rhyme or reason. It's very personal. So you just want to feel, and as you're rolling, you can feel like, I feel a spot right here that's super tight. So I'm just going to stay on that spot for a minute, kind of let it loosen up. Yeah, it feels good. And then don't forget too to get like the tops of your foot in between your toes. You kind of forget about that.
The base of your heel.
Yes. The outside, like I like to roll mine a bit on the outside of my foot. It's kind of like when you're scratching your dog and you find that spot that he or she loves. Rolling your foot's a little bit like that.
You can also get a little bit of an Achilles stretch by putting my heel down on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to be honest, sometimes it doesn't feel great when I'm pushing on my, like this spot right here. It feels very tense, but I know it's stretching and loosening up the muscles, and that's what we want to do to be able to increase the flexibility of our feet. So.
And I'm trying to relax my foot as I'm doing this. I don't want to be tensing and pressing.
Yes. I'll mention too, while we're doing this, as we do these exercises today, we are going to do it without music. And that way you guys can have your own little music on in the background and still be able to hear us as we're going through these exercises. Usually I'll do a little bit more, but to save some time, I'm going to switch feet. If you want to pause the video and keep rolling the foot that you're on, feel free. But I'm going to switch feet now, just to save a bit of time. Oh yeah, I can feel that. Especially my Achilles on this foot, this leg, I can really feel that.
And my calf.
Now
We've been working hard doing all these videos.
We have. We have. Yes, and I'm going to do these videos at home too. What was I just going to say something? Oh, I was saying I do this before class, but you can also do this after class or really anytime. Sometimes before I go to bed at night, I tend to stretch my feet out, roll my feet out, and stretch other things. Just because I feel like when it's been a long day, sometimes it feels great to stretch at the end of the day. All right. Okay, so I think that I'm going to say that's good for now. Like I said, normally I would go a little bit longer, but in order to save some time for our video, we're just going to put those aside. And also, yeah, everyone, you can get these. I think I got this ball at Walmart, and I definitely got that on Amazon, but you can find them almost anywhere. Okay, so we're going to start with our Theraband. And we're going to be using our left foot, so you guys can use your right foot at home and mirror us, stay along with us. So, you want to put your Theraband just around your arch, middle of your foot, and it's going to be covering the tops of your toes. Now, throughout our exercises, if you need to adjust your Theraband, no worries, just adjust it, no big deal. Okay, we're actually going to start with our knee bent and our heel on the floor. Okay, you can take your opposite leg, your left leg, in just a comfortable position. It doesn't have to be pointed or flexed, or it's just there right now. So you can hold your Theraband either two hands on either side, or you can hold two hands on top of your knee. You can hold one hand. Again, whatever feels comfortable to you. You do want to make sure you have some stretch here, so you don't want it to be loose as you're doing the exercises. You want to keep it a little bit tight. I'm using a medium resistance Theraband.
Mine's fairly light.
Light. Yeah, I would say the purpose of doing these exercises is not to make your feet cramp up to a point where you're not getting benefit out of it. So I would go on the lighter side even and then build up. It's almost sometimes better to do more repetitions at a lighter weight Theraband than a heavier Theraband and only getting through a few repetitions. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to curl our toes down and up. We're going to do it 20 times. So we're going to go 1, 2, try and keep the ankle stable, 4, 5, hopefully I don't lose count, 6. And the reason we're doing this with our knee bent is that with our knee bent, we're engaging our calf muscle less than we would with our leg extended and straight. I lost count already.
15.
Thanks. She's the best assistant. Is that 18?
18.
19, 20. Okay, so now with our knee and leg in the same position, we're just going to tap our toes down to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you start this, you might not really even feel it at the beginning, and that's okay. 7, I think. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, now I'm starting to feel it, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I noticed my other foot wants to jump.
I know, my toes are kind of moving around too. That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do like a scooping action. So we're going to almost roll the foot down and scoop it up. So we're going to go down and scoop it up. 1, we're going to do that 10 times. Down and up. 2, down and up. 3, down and up. 4, I seem to have a little more trouble with this
Here's
one.
what it would look like without the
Yes.
hands.
5, yes, thanks Mom.
1 more.
6, I notice my head is doing this too as I do it. 7, you know what, whatever makes it work, I'm okay with. 9, 10. So now we're going to reverse the scoop. So instead of going down and up, we're going,
We're gonna like slap it up.
this way. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going 1, 2. This should almost feel like a point and flex a bit. To me, it feels like that a little bit. 4.
We're like picking up marbles.
Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to stretch our leg out, and we're going to do just your classic point and flex. So our foot's already flexed here. We're going to point it down. 1, 10 of these. Up. 2. And when you're flexing your foot back up, you might have to give just a little more pressure in that Theraband. 3. 4. 5. So when you do this, everyone, you can go at your own pace. Slower is better because we're really having resistance and working those muscles. So I wouldn't suggest going too fast.
I'm really focusing on tracking my ankle nice and straight so I'm not sickling or pronating.
That's 9. And one more. 10. Now, I'm going to adjust my head because I get a little wonky there. So we're going to repeat the first exercise we did, which was just the toes, like little toe crunches. Let me just work a little more. Oh, there you go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 20. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. All right. We're going to take our excess Theraband, kind of pull it over to that would be your left leg. We're going to put our foot on it. So we're kind of on the side of this foot. We're going to come so we're right dead onto the camera so you can see. And we're still holding the Theraband a bit inside our foot. So now we're going to do a little winging exercise to strengthen the outside of the ankle. So we're going to wing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do that 20 times. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so one last exercise. I'm going to pull my foot a little more side. Just going to lean over and stretch the top of my arch. Now, I don't know if you all have seen all these fancy gadgets that are on the market now for stretching your arch, like I think there's one actually called Arch Stretcher. I do not recommend this at all. I've had a lot of fellow colleagues and things say that they've had students that have hurt themselves, like severely ripped muscles and things. So this is the safest way to stretch the top of your foot. Don't stick your foot in any one of those arch stretchers or anything. All right, and that's it for that foot.
I'm pulling on the bottom a little more to like curl my toes under.
Good. Yeah, that's a good tip. Ooh, you know, sometimes when you're doing it, you don't feel it, like pain, but I can definitely feel my foot loosening up and stretched, and yeah, that feels great. All right, so we're going to move on to our opposite foot. Like I said, once you know these exercises, you can do them to your own music. You could do them while you're catching up on your Netflix shows or something, you know? Just make it part of your routine. Okay, so, trying to get comfy. All right, bend our knee. We're going to do just our toes 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Moving on, we do our little toe taps to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. All right, now we do our little scooping down and pushing up. So we're going down and up, and down and up. We'll do it. We're going to do that 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My big toe's like stuck in there. Okay. Now we're reversing. 1, 2, stretch the leg out. I'm gonna readjust. Always need to readjust right here. And classic pointed flex. 1, 2. Do you have a specific kind of Theraband brand that you like?
This is a Gaia band.
Okay.
I think I got it for free at some conference sometime. But I've had it for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
It's
That is
lasted
good.
well.
Yep. I also got this at a conference, so. But this is, the band is Body Sport. Yes, this is medium. Okay. Stay there, we're just gonna do our curled toes. So we're just curling our toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you do go to get a Theraband, just double check the strength, because different colors and different brands mean different strengths. So just because mine's red and it's medium doesn't mean one you would buy
Right.
online would be medium if it was red. So just be aware of that as you're going to get your own. All right, let's pull our Theraband over.
Longer is better.
Yeah, I think this is, mine is 12 feet by 6 inches. All right, now we're gonna do our little wing foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's just reach over and stretch out that top. Oh, I see what you're saying about the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a good tip. Woo. And we'll shake it out. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope you're doing this at home and it's you're feeling it and it's helping you. I loved it. I'm gonna keep doing this myself. All right, keep stretching, everyone. We'll see you soon.